Catapult with bulldog clip. You're going to need a bulldog clip for this, obviously, and a couple of ice cream sticks, a bottle top for the ammunition bucket. You'll need a box or a block of wood or something sturdy on which to mount the whole thing. And then to start with, on one of the sides of the bulldog's clips, you're going to need to attach your ice cream stick. So quite simply, just use a cable tie for that. But you might notice there's a bit of a problem because you might see now that it's a bit loose. So one of the ways that you could solve that problem would be to make a hole in the stick and then to put the cable tie through the hole. You see, yeah, I'm trying to solve the problem by just adding another cable tie, but that's not going to work. Okay, so now I need to come up with a different solution. So when it comes to making these things, you're constantly problem solving and troubleshooting and trying to figure out if something doesn't work, why doesn't it work, what can you do instead? And there are so many different variations and different ways that you can tweak these things and make them better and make them faster and stronger. So you've got to constantly ask yourself, why are you using what you're using? And what could you use instead? What material would be more effective? And why are you sticking this like that, and so on? You know, you could be using wire for this. You could be using glue. You could be using wire and glue or string. Why are we using cable ties instead? Is it because it's easier? Does that make it better or not? You know, you've got to consider all these things. So the ice cream stick is going to be a lever, which would make the bulldog clip the fulcrum. So a lever is a stick that turns around a fulcrum. Okay, so there I finally reinforced it and it's nice and strong. As you can see, I made the stick a bit narrower at the bottom so it could go through, but then I added another stick at the back. And just to be safe, I'm just reinforcing it a little bit more because these bulldog clips are quite powerful. So I don't want my catapult to break while I'm using it. Right, so now I need to so I've got the top half of the bulldog clip taken care of. I need to find something strong for the bottom part. So one option would be to use another ice cream stick. I don't recommend that though, because it is not very strong. I'm looking now at the option of adding another ice cream stick to the top. I'm wondering, is it necessary? Or I don't think it is. I think it's fine. But now I still need a mount to mount it onto something. So I've got a cardboard box. You can use a wooden stick or something like that. Now, how am I going to attach it? I could glue it. Would the glue work? No. Maybe I could make some holes and then tie it on with the cable ties. There's an old saying that says measure twice, cut once. So what it means is you need to make sure exactly where you're going to cut before you cut it. So I'm just making marks so that I know exactly where I want my holes to be. I'm going to make one hole in the middle and one on each side. Then I'm going to put 2 cable ties through, as you'll see. Got my holes. Now I'm going to open the box. Quite a strong box, which is why it's difficult to open and close. So just bear with me. Right, so now I can stick the cable tie through. It's quite finicky. If you've got an extra pair of hands, use them. Someone can hold it for you while you're busy winding the cable tie around, go for it. The nice thing about cable ties is that they are fast and effective, but they're also very easy to waste, because if you stick it through the hole and it's not supposed to go through, then you can't pull it back again. Okay, so I've done it on the one side. I think I need to do another one on the other side just to make sure that it stays in place. Just finding the hole, trying to get it through. Need to make the hole a bit bigger so it'll fit. And there we go. Right, am I done now? Let's see. is it's going to be stable. No, not working. Right, so I'm going to need to do another one. So it's a rule of 3. We all know that in structures, when you've got triangles, you've got stability and strength. So it's the same principle here. The third one is what's going to make it stable, what's going to keep it in place. Right, I'm still not quite happy. I want to just reinforce the bulldog clip onto the box a little bit more. So now you're going to see how I'm going to do that. Very easy, very simple. I'm just going to take a rubber band. Put it through. And then I need something to keep it in place, so I'm just going to put a stick through there. It's always good to have a few extra materials on hand, so that if you break one or you need it, like I didn't really plan that one, I just came up with it, so now I've got it. So there we go. There's your catapult. Have fun, experiment, try different things. There's always ways that you can make it better. You can combine this design with other designs. You can use any materials you want. There are no fast and hard rules.